You ever have one of those days when you're just minding your business lost in a paperback, thinking the world might just leave you alone for a change, then out of nowhere, someone leans over your shoulder and turns a whole page for you? That was me, Autumn Wade, that Sunday in Palm Hollow Park until a voice, low and taunting, slithered in with, "What's a girl like you doing here alone in a place like this?" I didn't even hear their boots on the grass. The wind stopped cold, oaks whispering secrets, and suddenly I'm not reading anymore. Two cops, one older, face carved out of leather and bad years. The other just a kid, nervous, eyes darting like he wanted to apologize and disappear at the same time. Officer Luke Breener, the older one, grinned at me with all the comfort of a wolf. His badge caught the dying sun. The other, Officer Slater, shifted from foot to foot, swallowing whatever he wanted to say. "I'm just reading," I told them, my hand steady even if my heart was nowhere near it. "Not doing anything wrong." Breener stepped closer, his shadow spilling across my page. "Depends," he smirked. "You got ID? Could be loitering. Could be casing the place. Never know these days." "It's a public park," I said, but he just chuckled like public meant something different when someone like me used it. I reached for my tote bag, slow and careful, showing I had nothing to hide. "I have ID if you need it." But he waved it off. "Nah, I think we'll just do a visual inspection." Then, quick as a whip, he snapped his baton under the hem of my dress, flipping it up. Air, shock, humiliation split second, and everything just stopped. My book hit the ground. I gasped, clutched my skirt, heat in my cheeks that wasn't sunburn. "What the hell is wrong with you?" I shot back, voice cracking but not breaking. "You just assaulted me." Breener barked a laugh, looked right past me. "Lighten up, sweetheart. It's Sunday." Slater gave a weak, haunted chuckle. He knew it wasn't right, but didn't stop it either. I stood, not because I was strong, but because I refused to be small. "You think you can do this to anyone?" I asked, voice as sharp as I could make it. He leaned in. "Not anyone. Just girls like you." That landed like spit on a flame. But my fear turned into something else, something old and iron. I grabbed my phone and dialed, voice clear as a bell. "Maya, I need you." She didn't ask questions, just where. I told her the bench near the east playground, and she answered, "Don't move." So I didn't. I sat, book forgotten, eyes burning not with fear, but with memory. Because 8 years ago, I'd been dragged from foster home by a black woman in a blue uniform, named Maya Williams, the kind of cop who meant the badge was worth something. Back then, she didn't shout or posture. She knelt beside me and told me I didn't have to stay afraid. 15 minutes later, the air changed again. Maya's Dodge Charger glided in, engine rumbling low under the Spanish moss. She got out, no sirens, no grandstanding. Just Maya, calm as dawn, walking up to where those officers stood. She was off duty, but her presence hit like a warning shot. "Badge numbers," she said, voice flat steel. Breener smirked, tried to play it off until Maya flipped her ID. Internal affairs, gold shield gleaming. Now Slater started sweating. "Ma'am, we were just—" "I'm not talking to you yet," she cut him off. "Badge numbers now." A crowd was gathering, parents, joggers, folks with phones raised. The power dynamic shifted with every step Maya took. Breener's jaw clenched. "She's making things up." "Then you won't mind if I pull the park's footage," Maya countered. "You are wearing body cams, aren't you?" Silence. Slater mumbled his was charging. The lie hung in the air like bad aftershave. That's when an old man in a veteran's cap stepped forward, steady voice carrying over the hush. I saw what he did, flipped her dress up. Thought it was funny. Maya started recording, voice calm but hard. "Let the record show. Officer refusing ID, suspected misconduct, time-stamped and witnessed." Breener still wouldn't answer. But I stepped forward, my voice just loud enough. "His name is Luke Breener. Badge 31,478. His partner is James Slater, 30,952. I memorized them while they laughed. Maya turned to the crowd. "Anyone who saw, please stay. Your statements matter." Slater looked ready to sink into the grass. "Breener?" He was seething, but for once his words stuck. Maya looked him right in the eye. "Anything else you want to say, Officer Breener?" "You're going to regret making this a show," he sneered. She took a step so close he could see himself in her shades. "No, you regret it. I just showed up." She turned to me. "You're not alone anymore." For the first time in a long time, I believed her. The IA officers came. Witnesses gave statements. A detective named Fields took charge sharp, efficient, her presence another bulwark. Breener and Slater got pulled from duty right there in front of everyone, badges and guns handed over with gritted teeth. Maya didn't gloat. She just stood beside me, holding space like she had 8 years before. The fallout wasn't neat. The precinct felt colder than any winter, stairs sticking like burrs as Maya walked through in full uniform, evidence bag in hand. She'd made enemies, but as she told the captain, "At least now I know which half needs watching." That wasn't the end. Not even close. Maya dug deeper old complaints, closed cases, reports from women who'd never been believed. Sharon McBride, 5 years ago, pulled over for a busted taillight, searched in ways no protocol would excuse, then dismissed by the system. "Your story doesn't line up with officer behavior," they told her back then. But this time, Maya called, and Sharon's voice shook, but she said yes, she'd testify. More women followed, some in person, some through notes, some just ready to be heard. The courtroom was packed the day Breener faced justice reporters, survivors. Even those too scared to speak watched the story finally get its day in the light. I took the stand, told my truth, no theatrics, just what happened. Sharon did too, and even Slater admitted what he'd seen and ignored. When a verdict came guilty on all counts, the world didn't explode. No cheers, no trumpets. Just a slow breath, the kind you didn't know you'd been holding until it finally left you. Breener walked out in cuffs, pride gone, mask cracked for good. That wasn't victory. That was release. Afterward, Maya and I went back to that bench, sat together, looked at the lake, and let the past settle in. "You cracked a window," I told her. She smiled. "You kicked it open." Weeks passed. The leaves turned. Life moved on, but not the same. I started something, the Silent Stand, a group for girls and women who needed a place to speak. Maya joined as community liaison. It wasn't about revenge. It was about remembering, about making space for truth so loud that silence couldn't swallow it again. One afternoon, a little girl handed me a note. "You changed something. Thank you." I pressed it to my heart. I didn't cry. I just breathed. You ever wonder what justice looks like, really? Sometimes it's just standing up when you're scared and refusing to let someone else decide what story gets told. So tell me, where do you stand when the silence breaks? Whose side are you on when justice means burning down the comfort of old habits? Drop your thoughts below. Let's see who's ready to speak up and who's still watching from the edge.